What's up, everybody? Welcome back on a Friday night. Now for all my notifications on my phones to go absolutely nuts. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everybody is doing well. You survived the week. So sorry about last week, about not coming on for Friday. But as most of you know, I had an investigation. I had a client last week, so had to take care of that and take care of that family. So sorry if you missed out. If you missed the video, you're like, Matt, you didn't do one. Yeah, I did. I did one on Thursday. And apparently that guest didn't get enough torture and wants to, how could I say this? He wants to, I guess, hassle himself. And he decided that he wants to come back. He wants to come back. And I said, you know what? I don't have a guest for this week. Hello. I have a special guest already. And he decided to come back this week. So for those of you who missed last week, why? Just go back. Watch it again. But I got a very special guest tonight. His name is Brian. He's from Spokane Ghost Crew. So let's welcome him and properly welcome him to Friday's video. Brian.
Hey, what's up, Matt?
What's up, buddy? So let me be the first to say welcome officially to the Friday video. I know last week it was Thursday. This is Friday now.
I made it through the week. It's a miracle. I still have hair.
Yeah, I think I still do. Yeah, I got a little bit.
Now, I ain't got much, but I got a little bit.
So let's see here. I got some. Where is it? There we go. I got to put this on before Scott comes on and yells at me.
Come on, I wanted to hear it this time. Damn.
So, as always, guys, if you are new to my videos, please say hello, say where you're from, all that good stuff. If you haven't, I like to make these videos very interactive with you guys, the audience, just because it makes it more fun. It's more fun, and it's a lot of weirdness that happens here. It's definitely paranormal. It's definitely not normal on my show.
Yeah, it's definitely torture.
That's
so
the word.
I came back for more.
Right. So we already have somebody watching. Sarah. Hey, Sarah. How are you tonight?
Sarah Russell, how you doing? That's my medium.
Oh, okay. I'm more of an extra large, but
I'm a 3. I come a fat boy, but
don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm an idiot. It's been a long day. So as you guys, if you probably noticed, my background behind me has been changing. But here's the cool thing. This is still my hometown. Hold on. Which way do I go? This is still my hometown, just from an aerial view. I'm just screwing around with a couple things. But luckily, Brian, our time is coming. Fall is around the corner. I think it's a week left. I cannot wait. I'm done with summer. I am done. I'm ready for this.
Yep, I'm ready for 10-degree weather, and I'll sit outside in my shorts and tank tops, and people walk by and say, hey, look at that crazy hairy guy just sitting out there in 10-degree weather.
Well, be careful, because I've had a couple of guests, more specifically a guy named Barnaby Caps. Check him out. Check out that video. That was a really good video. He's really into like cryptozoology, Bigfoot, and all that stuff. So be careful walking around if you're that hairy. You might run into him. So, Sarah, you're doing good. I'm glad to hear. Casey, how we doing tonight? Casey is loyal follower and listener to the show. So welcome, ladies.
I'm Dave. They call me a Yeti, not a Bigfoot.
You know, I think that would classify. I think that's still on the same as cryptids. I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's a cousin or maybe an uncle.
Speaking of weirdness, Ladies and gentlemen, my manager is in the chat. Scott, what's up, brother? How are we doing tonight? Scott, I have a surprise just for you. The problem is it disappeared on me. So that might have to wait till a later time. But Scott and I don't know if I told you last time, but Scott is actually my manager, and he's also the co-founder of WASP, Warren Area Society of Paranormal. That team and I work very closely together. I love those guys. And he's always up for giving me crap on my shows.
Wasn't he Mr. Fedora?
He is Mr. Fedora now that he spelled it right. I gotta give him crap for that. But he's a really great guy. I love Scott to death. Him and his team actually came to help me out. Hi. Can't see this. I got like a fruit fly or something buzzing around my head. But him and his team actually came to help me out with the investigation last week. I love hanging out with them. I love investigating with them. It was a lot of fun.
Well, speaking of teams,
yeah,
I got the Spokane Ghost Crew. I've actually got one of my founders with me tonight, and I've known him for over 15 years. One of my brothers, one of my closest friends. This is John.
Hello, everybody. You guys doing today?
Hey, John, how we doing?
What about you? How are you doing today?
I'm surviving, and I'm getting better little by little.
That's good. That's good to hear.
He is one of my favorite investigators to pick on.
Let's see. Casey's jumping back to the Yeti.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Basically, she's saying you're a Yeti only if you match the snow. So.
Well, I'm not old and gray yet, so it's all good.
I'm working on it. Let's see. Scott said he's doing okay. Tired from. Well, he's tied. Hold on a second. Time out. I'm reading this right. He's tied from a long week.
Wow. That's
Scott,
yeah.
What are you and Steph up to?
Going there. I'm not going to be the one to say it, Matt.
Which actually, yeah, our spelling is not our strong suit.
Hey, he spelled Sue right though. You got to give him that.
Yeah. Casey, she wants to do more investigations. Yeah, Casey actually joined us as well as a guest investigator for last week's investigation, and it was a lot of fun. She did really well.
Nice.
Let's see. And she's told me this before. And by the way, guys, we're going to go over some things, but I just want to go through the chat real quick. But oddly enough, she loves sorting through videos and audios. I don't know.
Wasn't there like 38 hours of audio?
I have 3 recorders, each one at 3 hours. So I watched them 3 times, so that's 9. So 27 hours of just audio, plus 3 hour video on my phone. So that's another 9 hours plus 4 cameras. So that's another 36. So I probably have a good 3 or 4 weeks worth of evidence to go over. But man. I'll bust it out. But I want to talk to you guys. And someone else from our little community family is joining us tonight, Christy Curtis. Christy, how we doing? Christy and Doug are from Paratime Investigations. If you guys ever want to, check out some really good videos, obviously Scott does he does his own podcast too. I love listening in and hassling him and giving him crap. But Christy and Doug do a really good podcast as well. They have their own videos, and definitely check them out. They're a really cool team. And yeah, Casey's saying that she sits basically as a stay-at-home cat mom. But
Does she
speaking
live in an old house and have 16 cats? That's what I want to know.
no, she doesn't have 16. I know that, but I have more than she does.
Oh,
I,
she's
I will take
16
that.
classifies the cat lady. And she's got to have wild, crazy silver hair.
Well, Casey, just to let you know, the SPCA here in Danville is giving away for, I think, this week only, waiving all adoption fees.
Nice.
Just
throwing that out there, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit. And here we go again. Just stop taking. Stop taking. And do the duck lips.
So what are you taking there, Matt?
I don't know.
Have you got sticky fingers there, mister?
Well, I did not get a chance to shower after work, so a little bit. Seriously, I just got home, changed, and came down to the studio to get set up. It's been that type of day.
I hear you, dude. I've been woke up by a client. I've been dealing with clients all day. We got 3 extra investigations for this month alone. We got 5 or 6 for next month. We're doing a double episode on Halloween. We're going from Sandpoint, Idaho at a cafe, going from there all the way about an hour and a half drive to Addy, Washington to do the Addy Inn.
Oh, geez. So, Scott, I'm going to pick on you. Sounds like you and I have one hell of a road trip coming. We've got Canada, we've got Indiana, Texas, and now Washington we're adding to the list. And then ending it over in Tokyo with Irene. We've got a little bit of some traveling.
Hey, for them other trips, I do fit very easily into suitcases.
I do not.
I'm only 6'5", so
I don't mind the roof. I don't mind that. But apparently, I'm driving. As long as you're paying for the gas, Scott, no problem. So, speaking of Spokane Ghost Crew, or do you just prefer SGC?
Oh, either way.
All right. Well, these guys, I don't know if they missed any of it, but let's recap. Tell them a little bit about yourself, your team. Just fill them in.
Well, we've been a team for about 8 years now. Founded by myself, John, our brother Rick, and my ex-brother-in-law David. And we call Trevor a founder as well because he introduced us to equipment because all we were using were flip phones. We've done over 150 investigations here in Washington, Idaho, and the surrounding areas.
Oh, wow.
And yeah.
So, little birdie told me that you've got some things changing on your team. You're adding something. Yeah, I'm gonna jump on it.
Yeah, a little birdie came down and had about an hour-long conversation with me.
Okay.
And I'm pretty much going back down to the roots, rebuilding my team. We've added a medium. We've added a clairvoyant.
Oh, geez.
Oh man, we're gonna build an army.
Nice. Well, as most of you can see, I have my producer with me, Natsu. He just jumped in the frame. Let's see. Christy, she hopes she gets more videos on Paratime. It's only Doug on evidence footage. She doesn't mind looking at camera footage, but only for short. Yeah, Christy, I'm right there with you. I start going cross-eyed and I start seeing orbs until I realize, oh, wait, they're right here in front of me. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave that one be.
Ouch, Matt. Ouch.
Lee, what's up, brother? Not much, just the usual with me and Scott. We just are introducing Brian here, having some fun, just kind of getting settled in. Lee is another hierarch from Wasp. Lee is the elusive Lee, as I like to call him, because he's very important and very involved with Wasp, but you rarely ever see him on camera. He's never. It's like Bigfoot. You hear a lot about him, but you never see him.
Oh, he's a Houdini. Okay.
I mean, I've seen him a couple of times, and one of my favorite videos with him. One of my favorite videos with him is when they did the one chip challenge.
Come on, Matt.
That was fun.
Really? That sucked, dude. That sucked.
I have never seen anybody eat ice cream as quickly as those two. My God.
Our team did the one chip challenge. My brother John here made it about a minute. I made it about 3.5 minutes. And I don't know how. I don't know why, because I'm the spice fanatic. My wife, yes, my wife, 1.5 hours.
There has to be some money involved for me to even attempt it. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Our my second lead, Guthrie, was the one that talked me into that one. You know, that little birdie that we're talking about, I'm going to call the little birdie out.
Oh.
That little birdie was you, Matt.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Let me tell you what his advice has rejuvenated my team. Lit a fire under him. We have more investigations than we know what to do with. The team is happier, and man, the fire is lit.
I couldn't resist.
It's like back to the old days when we were first starting out.
You just gotta know when to take a break, man.
Yeah. My wife is on my ass for not taking a break and working 12, 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
But she's beautiful, at least.
You're on live with everybody. Millions of people will see her.
Yes. Millions of people will see my beautiful wife. I'm in trouble.
And my beautiful wife.
Yes, and your beautiful wife. Close the door, asshole.
So apparently, Scott got flagged.
Oh, that was great.
Lee, I can't believe you still let that Scott guy on your show. Hey, I need something, man.
You gotta have your pick on guy like me and John.
And actually, Lee, for this statement, I wouldn't need Scott so much if you were to come on my show.
Yeah, you elusive Bigfoot.
And actually, I think I have something for that. Hold on. There we go. Just because. But anyway, let's see. Scott says he's got $1. No, unless there's a couple of zeros after it, maybe we'll talk. That's why I have significant others to keep us earthbound. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely validate with my wife. If I get out of line, she just.
Oh yeah. You know, I may be 6'5", but my wife is 5'1", and I'm scared to death of that woman.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at me wrong, and I'll go in the corner and start sucking my thumb and curled up like a baby. You know, for Lee, every time Lee comes on your show, you need to get a Bigfoot button to make the noise.
No, I actually do want Lee on my show. I'd love to just chat with him. He's not much for videos though. But Scott said he's the first to get kicked off my show, which is true.
That's great.
And Sarah, I'm glad it looks like you're enjoying yourself.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah.
You know, I just thought of something. I forgot to tell everybody that when we do our investigations, we do them live on our group page.
Oh, okay.
All you got to do to find that is go to search groups, type in Spokane Ghost Crew,
Which
go
is
to
right
the
here.
group page, and ask to join. You're gladly accepted. If you're another paranormal team, add your stuff on our page as long as you put our stuff on your page. You know, showing the love, man. We're all in it for the same thing.
Which, by the way, guys, I am actually a part of it too. I've joined with this guy.
Oh no, you've seen how messy my page is? Oh man. You should have warned me. I would have cleaned up first.
Right. Well, here we go. Let's see. Scott's always on my case about that line right there. So when he says something, instead of like I said it to him on one of his, you're over there, him on one of his streams. So he always sends it back, but that's more effective. People, yeah, you get it two ways. But yeah, definitely, guys, feel free to share these videos, like them, subscribe. Especially, I want to start building more of a YouTube presence because eventually I will be doing a lot more videos on YouTube. Not sure what yet, but I will definitely be going live somewhere out in the field somewhere at some point. So that'll be fun.
You could always start off by trying to get Lee on camera.
Right? I got Bigfoot.
Hunting Leefoot.
Leefoot. There's a good one. Leefoot. Mr. Fedora and Leefoot. That sounds like, there you go. Scott, we just found a new show for you.
That's beautiful, dude. You better get the copyrights to that one. That's going to be hot.
And Scott says he's going to check you guys out.
Awesome, dude.
But anyway, so you said you had how many investigations?
150.
All client based, or are you talking like businesses and
clients, commercial, cemeteries, parks? One of our parks around here called Minnehaha. There's this building there.
Love it.
I know the name's great.
And it also reminds me of, if you watch any of Scott's stuff, before they created Wasp, or they came up with the name Wasp, him and Lee actually tried to call it Waha.
Oh, wow.
So when you said that, it just automatically Waha came into my brain.
You know, that reminds me of my ex-brother-in-law, David, trying to name our team Ghost Bumps. He ended up naming his own team that. He's a great investigator. I love him to death, but he sucks at picking names.
So let me ask you then. We'll get to that, Scott. I've seen the comments. But so what are your favorites? I mean, I'm assuming you've done residentials, businesses, and you said a bunch of other things.
Oh yeah.
But what's your favorite? What's your favorite environment?
Let's see. I like the residentials because we help people with it. Commercials are great because it's going in there and snooping around a big building and lots of room. I can have all my members with me. But my favorite, I'd have to say, are cemeteries. I feel more at home in a cemetery. Yeah, it's just a comforting feeling unless you go to Greenwood and get around the 1,000 steps. And that's where I got pushed and almost fell down a shit ton of broken steps.
Yeah, that would have hurt.
Yeah, and the sad thing is there was nobody behind me to push me.
Been there. Been there. See, I have to agree with you on the residential side with the homes. It is a wonderful feeling to help out clients. But as far as my adventurous side, I've got to go with businesses. I have to. Or even like abandoned buildings or like rundowns places. Like I've been in a couple of other places, and I love it. Eastern State, I've been in there. I love that. I've been to a lot of abandoned buildings. I don't know. Like for me personally, when you're investigating some of these abandoned buildings, it's almost like you're giving them a new life, a new story.
Right.
And I just like that. I like the fact that you can almost time travel. I mean, you go to these, like, I was just going to use Scott as an example. His local mall he used to investigate at. Abandoned buildings like that to where nobody's in them. It's almost like you're reliving the past.
Yeah.
You're seeing it from their perspective. And your imagination just gets let loose. And I don't know. There's kind of like an adrenaline rush with that for me.
Oh, I agree 100%. There's a place up here in Hilliard, which is the north side of Spokane. It was actually built to be its own little town 4 miles outside of downtown Spokane in the late 1800s.
Okay.
And it was known for violence. Like a lot of death, a lot of robbery, a lot of murders. And there's a specific building up there, and it's not on the historical records. You can't find anything about it on Google. It's called the Roxy Event Center. And it used to be the old Hilliard Masonic Temple.
Ooh.
We were in there a couple years ago.
What are you doing?
And the feeling was horrible.
Fix it.
I mean, I felt like I couldn't breathe down there. I wanted to get sick. I was lightheaded. I felt drunk. Just all these different feelings. And I finally got back in touch with them. And the fans, if you go to my page, we do have the first time we investigated the Roxy. But now we get redemption. We get round 2 with the Roxy October 4th.
Oh, that sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. And we've also teamed up with the Roxy. They're going to put on this big show with vendors, and we're trying to get psychics, tarot card readers, metaphysical vendors to sell crystals, just all sorts of stuff. You can go in there. I'm not sure what the door price is, but once you're in, you can put your name in for a raffle, and 10 people that get selected, we get to investigate the Roxy with us.
No kidding. That sounds like a lot of fun.
And that's a 32,000 square foot building.
Now, is this going to be like a yearly event, or is this going to be just a one-time deal?
I'm working on trying to get it a yearly event. We might be running it all October.
Okay.
And if we can gain enough popularity with it, this could be a year-round thing.
Well, you heard it here, guys. And I will be first to go on record. I'm definitely interested. If you can do it a yearly thing, I'm coming.
Oh, dude, I would love it. Investigating with Wasp would be epic.
Yeah. The rest of them are all right, but Scott,
Yeah, you can't spell right.
So speaking of Scott, we'll go back to our comments, guys. Scott's asking, where are we going to film? You shouldn't even need to ask me that. I'm thinking a porch of some kind, Scott. But no, he had a little, I guess you could call it a series. It's the good old boys and on the back porch or something like along those lines. I forget. I'm tired. But it was him and Lee, and yeah. And he's saying about Waha, it's catchy, but he was voted out of it. But this is what it actually was. Warren Area Haunting Association. That's for Waha. This is actually a pretty interesting question. Is it too late to start a new paranormal team nowadays?
You know, with how hot the paranormal field is, and with every new generation, 18 or 15 to, I'd say 25, trying to start all their teams right now, if you've got experience and you have an experienced team, I think you'd be just fine.
I can agree with that. I also believe that it's always a good time to start a team because there's a lot out there. There's a lot of teams. And the thing is it's, let's be honest, it's all basically a promotion game. It's who can get their names out there, this and that, and who can get the clients. But the other side of it that we should be looking at is we should have enough teams to help people.
Exactly. Like we have a sister team. Sarah Russell is actually the lead in that team.
Okay.
They're called the Shadow Blades.
Ooh, I like that
And we
name.
haven't, I know, catchy, right?
That is. That's cool.
We haven't worked together as a team yet, but in the future we plan to. And our equipment tech, from where a little birdie told me to do stuff with my team and get it in line. Don't know who that little birdie is, Matt. But Bree Schroeder, our equipment tech, actually runs a team as well.
I did it.
I can't remember the name of her team for some reason. I'm having a brain fart. But we're going to work with them in the future. And any Spokane team that wants to get together, collaborate, let's run duo investigations. There's places you guys can get into that we can't. There's places we can get into that you can't. Let's make it a whole society.
Yeah, and actually that's kind of why, well, that's one of the main reasons why I started my paranormal consultant thing, is because, it's not just me and my team working with everybody. I want to work with everybody. I want to work with every paranormal team, whether it's close by or far away like yourself. I mean, you're on the other side of the U.S. and I'm willing to work with anybody and anybody.
Right.
So I don't really have a territory per se, but I will take on my clients.
And it makes me wonder too. There's a lot of trash talking with paranormal teams as well, bashing on other teams. I mean, how do you know about that other team unless you've worked with them, seen how they operate, and
Well, my big thing is if there's a team that you don't like, no matter what they're doing, they could be harassing or anything like that, you should be willing to step up and coach them and kind of straighten them out a little bit or help them. It shouldn't be, oh well, they just don't do this right, they don't do that right. Well, has anybody corrected them? Has anybody sat down and actually told them, hey, look, you're actually scaring your clients, and if they don't want to listen, well, that's on them, but at least you tried.
I feel like I like to go and look for paranormal teams that have groups on Facebook.
No. Ow. Get out of here.
You know,
Try to-
that have got like 100 members or 200 members or 300 members. Nice. And I tell them, you know, hey, come post on my group, come get some, you know, exposure, let everybody know who you are.
Yeah.
That way, you know, the more exposure you have, the more likely you are to be able to find more investigation.
See, here's the thing. Like, I'm all for para-unity. That's all I care about. I want us as a community to start working together. There shouldn't be a territory thing. There shouldn't be, you know, bashing amongst our teams, because let's be honest, we are not a mainstream group. The paranormal community is not I want to say openly accepted, but I mean, people see a paranormal team in the middle of the summer or, you know, whatever, we get weird looks.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of weird looks,
I get religious people telling me, you know, a lot that what we do is witchcraft and you're going to hell. And,
well,
you know,
it's
you gotta
I've
have
gotten
a
that.
skin to be in the paranormal world. Like, I'll post in 45, 50 buy, sell, and trade groups.
Yeah.
And tell people, you know, hey, I'm Brian with the Spokane Ghost Crew. We're looking for investigations. If you yourself or you know anybody, you know, please feel free to message me. And I've been called everything under the sun, from a fake to a fraud. I'm going to rob people, get off the crack.
See, I've been told that too. And what's funny is these, like, I've actually been called, you know, a Satan worshiper. And it's like, well, two things. Number one, I'm an ordained minister. I'm a Christian. So, you know, to you. And two, you don't actually read. If you actually sit down and read about Satanists and what they actually believe, it's not too far off. I mean, they do want to treat people like you know, you should be treated, and helping each other out and blah, you know, all that good stuff. So you might want to do your research before you start bashing somebody. And
there's a complete difference between a Satanist and a devil worshiper.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's just like Wiccan. It's just like Wiccan. They, you know, they think witchcraft is evil. No, there's a light and a dark side to Wicca. Do your research.
You know, the funniest thing that I've been told on those pages, and I still get it today, is that we should go investigate the White House because there's somebody in there that's full of shit.
Well, we're not going to go there, but actually, on a side note, kind of a side note, the White House has been reported to be haunted.
I've heard rumors about that.
I've seen a couple of evidence, and I use that term loosely. And I'd love to get in there to do an investigation. So if anybody has any connections,
yeah, no doubt, let us know, because I will go with you on that one.
So going back to the chat, we're starting to get backed up. Let's see.
You know, for an investigation down at the White House, I might show my hairy leg and hitchhike.
Maybe you might get far. So Sarah's saying she's super excited. I'm assuming it's for that investigation you were talking about, that big one that you're talking about.
That very well could be, because I'm going to have both of my mediums and my clairvoyant with me on that one.
Well, if that's the one she's talking about, she is super excited about it. And Lee is asking, what part of Washington State are you from?
I am Eastern Washington, Spokane.
Really east, literally.
Yeah.
Let's see. Casey, she just wants to continue feeding the addiction. Yeah, she's got bitten by the paranormal bug.
I thought she was talking about cats.
Oh, yeah. Scott's he's greedy, not having a territory. I just don't believe in him. Skeptic. I think Sarah, that was when she was going over what we were talking about working together, repair unity, all that good stuff. Scott, I saw your other question. We'll get to that in just 1 second. And one of other WASP's members, and kind of like my backup, JWoww, free advertising. He's also going to pick on Scott. Scott Morton, I was getting my name bad juju. Okay. Two big wide eyes looks for the thumbnail. Use the mirror, Scott. I couldn't resist. Let's see.
This is why I come back for more.
What's wrong with the blue house? Scott wants to know what's wrong with the blue house. We already did a blue house. I've done one. But Scott actually asked a question, kind of in tangent with the other one. Should a person start a new team? I'm going to stick with my answer on that. Absolutely. As long as you're there to help.
I definitely have to agree.
As long as you're there to help people and to do it properly, absolutely. The more people we have in the field and we can work together, the more people we can help. Because I'll be honest, I get people from literally all over the U.S. and I've even gotten some in the world asking for help. So I've sent, actually, if you guys remember, William was on my show, our published author, our celebrity. I passed a client on to him, and I've done the same already with you guys.
Yeah, she was from Ermina, Idaho.
So
right by there.
Right by that place. But, right by that place. But that's kind of what I want to get to, and that's kind of what I want to be here for, is to network with other teams. And when a client comes to me saying, hey, well, I need some help, well, either A, if they're close enough, I can help them out, or B, I can direct them in a team and give people clients. I can help you guys. I can help other teams. And oh, here we go. See, welcome to Friday night. But just you'll see. But
what you were saying actually reminds me of a guy that asked if we could help him. Mm-hmm. His daughter was being tortured by an entity. They're waking up with scratches on them and all this other stuff. And I told him, dude, I'm in Washington, but you give me 15 minutes and you give me what town you're in, I will find you the help. Mm-hmm. And every 15 minutes, I would check in with him, and I searched Facebook for, I'd say, about an hour and found every Virginia team that I could find. And, that damn pending crap, that's another thing that needs to stop in the paranormal world. If you're going to have a group, make it open.
Yeah. Well,
although I really can't say anything because my group's like that, but we're quick on the button.
See, I left mine open for anybody. The only thing is, if I see any negativity, I just boot the people. Like, I know if you're joking or not, but I've had some people completely try to bash me on that page, and I just ban them. I don't have time for that crap. Exactly. Speaking of the White House, apparently Lee has some connections.
Hey, there you go, Lee Foot. That's gonna stick.
I hope so.
We
We have
need to make that stick, Matt.
Mr. Fedora and Leaffoot. I love it. And Scott, I will let you and Jay Well talk about that one. Christy, welcome back, and the usual random.
We love random.
How Matt is saying I have a better show. Actually, Scott's show is really good. I have to admit that Scott's show is really good. He has a lot of very interesting guests on, and I mean that wholeheartedly. Let's see. You guys are just on it tonight with these chats. That's awesome. If you think about it, networking is advertising in a way, and absolutely, Sarah, you're absolutely right. And
100%.
Here's the thing, and I suggest this to all teams. If you have a jersey or a shirt, or like I have my hoodie, wear it as much as you can. That's advertising. You are advertising your business. At worst case scenario, somebody's going to look at it and see it, and either you'll get a positive reaction or a negative reaction. Either way, you'll get a reaction.
Even if you get that negative reaction, that's still going to be stuck in that dude's brain. He's going to go home and he's going to tell all of his friends, dude, this jackass was wearing this Spokane Ghost Crew t-shirt. What is Spokane Ghost Crew anyways?
Mm-hmm.
That's advertisement. That's word of mouth.
Well, here's the other thing too. I worked in sales for a while, like direct marketing sales. And we had what's called the rule of 5. For every one person that has heard of your product or heard of you or your business, they will tell at least 5 other people. So in just one interaction, you have 6 people that know who you are. Exactly. So if you start wearing like your stuff around, like I try to wear my shirt or my hoodie, which by the way, guys, I have new merch coming to Redbubble here very shortly. So you guys can pick up, shirts and all that good stuff on Redbubble. But I'm going to be coming up with a brand new design here very soon. But like I just ordered another one just to wear around, and it's very simple. But let's see.
Speaking of merch,
mm-hmm.
we ourselves are looking to get into the merchandising business. And of course, as a paranormal team, when your team is on X amount income, you can't really afford to do the equipment or to do the merchandising and all that. So I came up with an idea.
Oh.
I love cemeteries.
Who doesn't?
I love historical stuff, and I love investigating. Why not roll them all into one? So what I came up with is we're going to start doing a thing called Spokane Haunted Tours. And we're going to go through cemeteries offering a 1-hour partial investigation historical tour for $25 and a full-on 2-hour tour of every hot spot in that cemetery for $50. And I figured that way, the more you can share and the more the more people are going to want to come on your tour.
So I have a question then for you. Is that why you did this?
That is exactly why I did that.
So just so you guys know what's going on right here, Brian sent me this, and I just want to share it with you guys. So we're going to take a couple minutes here. He's got 2 videos that we'll check out, but this is what he's talking about.
It's a shame I didn't have the one that played Lamb of God.
No. As long as there's nothing that's going to get me copyrighted.
Right. See, those are the steps I almost got pushed down.
Oh, by the way, guys, this is the first time I'm seeing these two completely through.
And I just want to let everybody know that we're not fully set up yet. We're in the final stages of getting everything in place. So I'd say probably another couple weeks, and we should be ready to start taking reservations.
So my suggestion then, I guess, would be to go to Spokane Ghost Crew, find them on Facebook, join the group, so you'll find out more information as it comes available. Correct?
Oh, it's even better than that.
Uh-oh.
We already have a Facebook page and a group page built for Spokane Haunted Tours.
There you go. So look them both up.
Come out to the Ghost Crew page too.
Well, let's take a look. You got this other one. I'm kind of curious on this one. Let's see what we got here.
Ah, yes, the Spokane Ghost Crew video. I had to go with Michael Myers. I'm a huge fan of horror movies. You know, I'm a ghost hunter that really don't like ghost movies.
Yeah, you've got to be. I'm right there with you.
They're
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. Oh, we got the remix.
You know, I didn't even notice that. The wrestling belt, the figures, the shirt I grew out of. Then I started running out of pictures.
That's cool, man. That's really cool.
Thank you. We're on TikTok. We're on Clapper. We're on Snapchat. We're on Twitter. You know, pop by, say hi, follow us. We'll follow you back. All that good jazz. I hate TikTok and I hate Snapchat and I hate Clapper, but it's networking and it's just kind of fun.
Let's see here. Sarah said she would fly for an investigation to the White House, but not a fan of heights.
Yeah, I don't fly. My feet stay on the ground. If I got to go somewhere, I'll drive. If I got to take a boat, you're screwed. I'm not coming, so I'm afraid of water, too.
Well, speaking of advertising, Scott, apparently his philosophy in advertising is every 5 passengers who rides his bus, he will tell 2 he's a ghost hunter.
That's a true statement because every time I ride the bus, I do tell at least 2 people.
Scott agrees with you. Freddie is the man.
Yes, I agree 100%. My dad took me to see my first Nightmare on Elm Street movie at the age of 4.
Oh, jeez.
I am a diehard Krueger fan.
Well, apparently so is Christy.
I gotta say, Christy, number 3 was the best. Can't beat Dream Warriors.
And Christy, I won't tell Doug. I promise. So let's see here. Let's see. So I guess going back to okay, we're talking about advertising. Christy's talking about advertising. She agrees with me. Be proud of what you stand for. You're a walking advertisement. Absolutely. She works in the cafeteria at a high school, and I had the magnet on the car for two. Like, oh, okay, cool. I wasn't sure, honestly, Christy, if those magnets were car proof, but I do have them up. I still have my Canadian flag up too. It's down here in the studio. And apparently,
Jason's good too, man. I was a big fan of Jason. I grew up on Jason as well. I'd have to say Jason Lives was the best one, number 6.
And then Doug, Chrissy's other half. Let's be honest, she's the better half. That's just for my safety. He says, "Evening, y'all." Is that how you folks spell it? Canadians trying to be American. That's fun.
That's great. He forgot to add the howdy in front of it, though.
Oh, give him time. So
we'll get you there yet, Doug.
So more like Yins. Yeah, that's another good one. I don't know. Are you a Yins fan?
Back and forth.
Okay. Oh, here you go. Christy, for my birthday, he got me a signed pic from Robert England, and our 8-year-old drew a pic of Freddy Krueger, and Robert signed it and sent it back. Nice. Very nice. Awesome.
That's actually on my bucket list. Mine and my brother Rick is to, before he dies, we are going to go meet Robert England. Like I
heard he's really chill.
This is weird to say, and people are gonna look at me a little weird, but Robert
not on my show
is my idol. He's most definitely 100%, besides my father, the man I looked up to growing up.
Not to change. Scott asked another question. Where was it? I saw it here, Scott. Don't worry. Okay.
Hi.
So I'm actually going to let you handle this one. If a group is getting ready to call it quits, what advice would you give them to help them change their minds?
Well, I guess it depends on the reason why they're going to call it quits.
I was going to say, if your internet was about to cut out, I'd say, you're not going anywhere, bud. We just had this conversation.
Right. If they're going to quit because they can't find investigations, the advice would be give it time. It doesn't happen overnight. You'll get there. You just have to look harder and in different places where normal people wouldn't look.
Remember, always have at least one set of fresh eyes.
Exactly. Like my wife said, always have an extra pair of fresh eyes out there. Or ears. If it's because the teammates can't get along, then let them go. Find yourself a fresh new couple mates.
Yep. I even said this to you, Brian. Like I couldn't tell you how many times I called it refreshed my team. I mean, I've gotten rid of almost everybody. And that's okay. You just got to think of as a whole what's best for the team.
Exactly.
But as far as that question, the first thing I would do is figure out exactly what's your purpose. What are you after? So, I mean, that's a good starting point for me is what are your goals? And then how are you going to achieve them and work from there?
Exactly. I mean, the teams that are out there for the fortune and fame, I mean, if you're good enough, you got the potential, then, good luck to you. You might make it, but once that unfortunately, talking from experience, back in our younger years, we were really hot, and yeah, I had the whole teams talking about TV shows, and we had numerous chances, but somehow they were paranormally missed.
Mm,
I'm glad they were, because that's not what we stand for. That's not what we're about.
yeah.
And it took me going to Colfax, getting a demon attached to my ass, and torment me for 6 months to remind me of that. And I remember that every day now.
See, for me, like I've been through it too, guys. In my 15 years, I've been through it myself. Um, I, I've been on the brink of saying that's it. But my
I
thing
would say
is,
recently,
I mean, it to me though, it's if it's not a passion for you, then maybe try to join someone else, join another team, do a solo thing. There's
exactly.
other
If this is
options.
just, if this is just a hobby for you, go do cemeteries, go do parks. Don't bug people with paranormal activity because, oh, I'm going to go hunt a ghost. This is my hobby. Leave the residentials alone, leave the businesses alone, and leave it for the people that are actually out there that are wanting to help.
100%. And here's the thing: if you half-ass an investigation, a client investigation, you could actually harm the client more than help them. So,
Exactly.
again, I've said this numerous times. I think a lot of teams forget that, yeah, it's cool to investigate a client's house. It is. It's a lot of fun. But at the same time, is you can affect, good or bad, that client, and
And
you've got to be ready to take responsibility for that.
you piss that spirit off, that spirit's going to take it out on that client, and
Mm-hmm.
that client's going to get it 10 times worse.
Oh, absolutely. And now Christy's asking a good question. Ever had an old team ever join your group under a fake name to steal your ideas? We recently found this out. I have. I've had them try, but the fun part is when I was running a bigger team out in San Diego, I had like an application, um, and I had somebody do that, and they used their actual phone number. I save most of my numbers.
Smart
So
thinking.
so they tried to rejoin and it popped up with their name and I called and I'm like, dude, are you serious? I got rid of the guy for actually stealing, not just stealing ideas, but actually stealing.
Ooh, no,
Uh-huh.
no.
Yeah. What made it even worse was he stole from clients. Yeah.
You see,
So
with me, that's why I always say when I'm investigating that the client has to be present during the time of the investigation. So if something comes up missing or misplaced, we are not responsible for it.
see, honestly, it shouldn't come
It
to
shouldn't
that.
have to be that way, but
Yeah.
it,
But
it covers your ass.
yeah. Um, let's see. How do you manage an unruly social media client?
Ban them.
Don't give them ideas. That was Scott. Scott said or Doug asked if Scott's asking for a friend, and then he asked if it was me. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I appreciate it.
I gotta say, I've never had anybody try to join my team under false names, but I
Yeah.
have had quite a few people join my team in the hopes of taking over my team.
Oh, I've
I've
had
had
that.
I've had 3 people, and it's like, really, dude, you're you're going to try to take over my team. You're going to try to do everything I do, and you're going to do it better and run my team and promise my team all this other junk that you're not going to do. No, you're gone, dude. Bye-bye.
I actually have had that too. Apparently, one of my last teams, they decided to have a meeting without me, the founder. And they the one guy promised them fame, fortune, TV series, radio shows, all this and that, but they had to get rid of me. And I'm like, I don't know about that. And the only thing I have to say is I'm the one with the podcast.
Right.
But yeah, Chrissy says stealing from a client is a sin. Absolutely. Well, stealing in general, it's just don't freaking do it. Sarah's agreeing it's disgusting. Chrissy asked, "What's the purpose of it?" Honestly, from what I understand from these people, is they're in a bad place in their life, and they find something expensive like a ring or a necklace, something small or small-ish, and they think they can get away with it. The client might they think they misplaced it, or I mean, I've even heard about them saying that it was there, but a ghost took it, a spirit took it. They tried to blame it on the spirit. That was funny.
We all know that if a paranormal team in a house and something randomly comes up missing, that's the first person they're pointing their fingers at.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
I can say I'm very lucky that when the guy promised them all that crap, that I have a loyal team and they voted against it, and that I've always had an honest team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've never dealt with stealing. I've never dealt with harassment. I've had mostly the same members for all 8 years. We normally don't let many outsiders in. I mean, you have to do something quite impressive to persuade us. And Kimberly and Carol Ann, they had this presence about them. Mm-hmm. As soon as I met Carol, I felt this energy from her, this overwhelming energy. And I was like, okay, I know I need her on my team. I don't know why, but I need her on my team. And I haven't even met Kimberly yet. And just overwhelming energy from both of them.
See, that's why, like, whenever I was running a team, I wouldn't say a strenuous process to join, but it was pretty lengthy to the point where we would get to know that person fairly well. Obviously, we had 2 different interviews. The first interview was a face-to-face with myself and one other investigator. And if we liked that person, we would have them come out and interview with the team. We'd go on an investigation, and, at the end of the night, the team would vote on yes or no, whether to bring them on. And if it was a yes, then they were a probationary member for 3 months. And after that 3 months, they became a full-fledged investigator if they met the standards.
Nice.
So that's the way I did business.
See, our method was me and my sister, who's the vice president of the Spokane Ghost Crew, and a case manager and a camera woman and an investigator. Yeah, she's got a lot on her plate. But typically, we go meet with them. We have a face-to-face. if we like what we hear, we invite them to come meet the team, because they gotta mix with you outside of work.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be one of us, like us. You know, and if we get along and everybody's joking around and everybody likes it and we can tell you're not faking it, then we'll take you on an investigation.
Yeah.
You do good on the investigation, you nail it, then you're in.
Well, and I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here. I mean, yeah, we're, investigating the paranormal, but let's take it a little more literal here. And this isn't just, yourself and me. This is everybody. We investigate when? Right now, at night, when it's dark out. 9 times out of 10, it's nighttime. You're taking a complete stranger in the dark, and you have to have that trust.
Exactly.
And it's not just, you're not, trusting them not to, shank you and mug you and all that other stuff. But if something were to happen to you, you've got to trust that person will at least try to help you. But Doug, and I, I agree with this, but I don't, in a sense, brother. He thinks that everyone gets one of those people in a group. There's always an asshole. I agree. I agree to an extent. I think there's always somebody who is an asshole.
Yeah. Got a couple of them in my team. You know who you guys are, assholes.
But
Rick.
I got another cough coming. But I joke. But no, I think there's that one individual who is typically an asshole-ish person. But as far as somebody to be a true, like, outright prick, if the team doesn't like him, why are you even on it? Get him out of there. That's a toxic person. And Lee is saying that all this is sounding too familiar. Doug, brother, I see your other question. We'll get back to that in just a second. Apparently, Scott dropped the ball. He told Jay Wow that he could get him on TV. He can't even get him on Spirited's chat vlog. And now they're just this. Welcome to Friday nights. I think you two need to go to couples counseling at this point. But yeah, Doug's agreeing with me. There has to be a screening process, almost like probation. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that all the way. Chrissy's saying she believes in energy. I'm assuming energy of people. I take that into account too. I will take that into account. Sarah's saying the more eyes, the better. Yes, but the thing comes up though for me is, can you trust those eyes?
You got to be able to. You got to be able to trust your whole team with your life.
Oh, absolutely.
You hire newbies on, and you get to know them. And as you get to know them, if you guys don't mingle, if you guys don't mix, I mean, yeah, you can have your investigators that butt heads and don't get along. But for the most part, if they all get along, then you got yourself a solid team.
Well, I mean, it's okay to butt heads. I'm okay with that. Like, it is okay to do that.
Everybody's got their opinion and everybody's got their ideas.
Yeah, which is fine. But the problem is there's a fine line between working together and, switching ideas and bouncing ideas off of each other and just not agreeing with people, than just being complete opposites. Like this, like if one of your investigators says, I will not work with this person, bye. Because you need to be able to work with everybody. Ron and Leslie from RRLC Paranormal, another one of my Canadian family. But you know what? I'm mad at you guys. They're out on for the weekend, and I can guarantee you they're probably brought their nice big new toy boat with them. I'm jealous.
Oh, not even an invite? I'm jealous now too. I'm mad at them too.
Hey
I don't
guys,
know you, but I should have got an invite. Dang it!
we got to do this. It's a lot of fun. Let's see. Chrissy's also saying we have to trust the client. Yeah, absolutely. And that's a whole nother process to me.
Oh yeah,
Getting to know the client is something completely different. Let's see. Sometimes I like people that almost don't have experience. They don't have a hand on things, fresh eyes, fresh ideas, new angles. It's almost a good thing. Absolutely. I'm actually, even in my business side of it, like at work, I like people with no experience because they don't have bad habits.
exactly.
Mm.
And they're fun to train.
Oh, absolutely.
You
Well,
get to mold them into what you want them to be.
yeah, and not to mention all the fun hazing that comes with being a newbie.
Oh yeah. Hey, run in the store and grab me some blinker fluid, would you?
Right? I sent my ex-wife in to do that. Sent her in the AutoZone. That was fun.
Nice. I sent my niece into the garage to look for the striped paint. She was in there for 25 minutes and then came out and called me an asshole.
That's a fun one. Either send someone for an ID10 Tango form. I'll let you guys figure that one out at home. Or a Pen 15. Go find yourself a Pen 15. And any military man, you'll know what I'm talking about. And Scott's not used to how serious this chat was getting. Yeah, that's weird. It is weird. Let's see. Let's see. What else do we got here? There is. I don't even know. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. Wow, when heads, butt, steel chairs get swung.
Yes, yeah. Wrestling reference. Thank you, Jason. I am an avid wrestling fan. I've been one since November 30th, 1983, when I was a day old. I've done backyard wrestling. I've been busted open with barbed wire. I've been in the professional ring. I've had matches in the ring.
Oh, I've had the barbed wire, but probably for something different. And Doug got it. Pen 15.
Nice.
Tell him to go find a Pen 15. I'm not gonna spell out the ID10 Tango. You guys got to figure that one out. But stripe paint. Lee loves the stripe paint. I like that too. I'm gonna use that. Let's see.
Just don't use it on your wife, Matt.
She doesn't watch these streams.
Well, if you do, at least film it for us, please.
I believe that's called Exhibit A. Let's see. So Doug's asking, I'm assuming you, because him and I have chatted for a while. What is a place that you investigated most in your area, and what's your favorite place to investigate?
Okay, in our area. What did you say, John?
I'm gonna say 1,000 steps.
Yeah, Greenwood Cemetery. We've done that cemetery, maybe 100 times.
Always get something going.
Oh yeah, and then Minnehaha Park was where we would train people.
I'm not going to get over that name.
In the woods and actually make noises and throw shit at them. And most people would go running off scared. And if there was somebody that was standing, we would give them an interview. But as far as my favorite place to go, I'd have to say it was a cross between Greenwood and the oldest standing building in Hilliard. We only got there twice, but it's the oldest standing building in Hilliard. Used to be a brothel back in the 1900s. Hey,
No comment from the peanut gallery. I know where you guys are going with this.
yes, ghostly hookers are the way to go, guys.
You know what they say about ghost hookers, right?
What's that?
No evidence. Ah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Dad joke for you guys. There you go. And I'm canceled.
Oh, man.
So I asked you this, Ted Lace. I was going to say Ted Lace. So I asked you this last week, but I'm going to ask you again. And if you don't mind, I want to get your party involved. John, I want to get your boy involved in this too.
John being called out. Come over here.
My fault.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that too, Scott. All right. So now that I got you both here, Brian, this is going to be a refresher for you, but I'm just kind of curious. One question, there's two questions I love to ask on my show every time. We'll start off easy, the first one. What is your favorite piece of equipment? And a second part of that is, if money was no object, what piece of equipment would you pick up? And why for both?
I'm gonna say EVP.
Is your favorite piece?
Yep. The reason why is because you can hear what they're saying after you ask them questions. You get like
now, does it have to be just a recorder, or like, would you be okay with like a parabolic mic?
as long as the song works in my hands, as long as it helps. I can go with it.
Fair enough. Brian, to you.
As far as my favorite piece of equipment that I've used, I'd have to say the SLS. I like seeing the dancers.
It is fun. And actually, we had some pretty good experience at our client last week. It's a lot of fun.
It really is.
See, one piece of equipment that a lot of people forget about that is very necessary. Well, I wouldn't say very, but pretty necessary for an investigation is the most simplest: a flashlight.
Oh, yeah. You
With
can't
that,
see where you're going, you're in trouble.
It's the most helpful.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to the dollar store tomorrow to go buy about 10 of them.
Hey, I've got a couple, and actually, you guys will love this, and you guys at home, you guys will love this too. So I was at Dollar Tree with my wife, and I found this, and obviously it's a Halloween decoration. But you ready?
Oh, that's awesome.
It is a solar cat LED light. Isn't that cool?
You know, you could duct tape that to your hat, and you got a light right there.
Oh, your bicycle.
Yeah, there we go. It's a little heavy, but
that's a good look on you, though.
That does look good.
Okay.
No.
Nope, they don't first.
Oh, man,
Although if it did,
that would just make it that much better.
Right? So my next question to you both, and Brian, I remember your answer, so you better change it up this time.
Oh, that's good because I don't.
Good. Money. Okay, so money is no object. You have as much money as you need for this. Where would you go for your ultimate bucket list investigation? Money's no object. You have all the time you need. Where would you guys go?
Okay, I remember my answer now, and you know what? I'll change it up for you.
Thank you. And
You're welcome.
before you guys do, let's see. Scott doesn't like it. Well, Casey says she needs that cat for her bike. Chrissy saying, "Oh my God, the girls would love those." And Irene is here. Irene is another one of my loyal followers. She's actually listening in from Japan. So welcome, Irene. Glad to see you again. And JWoww is asking, would the light upcat be an attachment for? Oh yes, thank you for
Yes.
reminding me, JWoww, for the for the addition to the creative fedora. We can do that. And
man.
Irene is offering to take us all ghost hunting. I guess we go to Tokyo.
I'll be on my way in just a few.
You guys are closer than I am. So, all right. So, bucket list.
Bucket list, John. Go ahead.
Oh man, that's a question. Bucket list. Man, what's the question? I don't know. What do you think, Bruno?
What do I think?
Donations, maybe?
No, he's talking about a place to investigate.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
That's money.
Andy, no, you're good.
Object. Where would you go?
Anywhere.
I know a place, Winchester Mystery House.
That sounds oddly familiar.
Dude, you stole it. You ass. Now I got to think of something new.
And actually, John, believe it or not, I haven't investigated it, but I have seen the Winchester Mystery House. And it's huge. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting in there myself, but from what I hear, there's really not like an overabundance of evidence coming from that place.
Oh, damn, sucks.
It's more turned into like the Whaley House. There is some things there, but it's more touristy now.
Let's see. Mine would have to be a cross between Gettysburg and Waverly Hills Sanitarium.
Well, as far as Gettysburg is concerned, you are in luck for two reasons. Number one, I'm only about an hour away from Gettysburg. And two, I just found out Scott is going to pay for your entire team to come out to Gettysburg.
Scott,
So you're coming for free. Waiting for this one. And the only reason why I say that is because of that.
remember, Scott, I don't fly, so you're coming to pick me up, buddy.
Well, he said I'm driving, so I guess he's paying for the gas.
Oh, he pays for the gas. We get to hang out. That's a win-win situation.
Well, before we get to that, Christy, Brian, since yours was stolen, what's on yours? What's on your bucket list?
Oh, my bucket list.
Tell the true story about that house is haunted.
Well, there's always the Eastern Washington crazy house here. I can't think of the word.
The
Where they?
asylum?
Thank you. It's still up and running, but I've heard horrible things about that place. But ultimately, you know, I really don't know. There's so many on my bucket list that it's hard to choose.
I got one about the true story about that house. Was haunted about the farm
Yeah, that would be a good one.
where Annabelle lived at.
Oh, yeah, I know which one. I think I know which one you're talking about. See, for me, I mean, there's obviously a couple, but the one that sticks out, if I internationally for me, is Lep Castle and the Hellfire Club. I've got to.
Okay, I got it.
Uh-oh.
Bobby Mackey's.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Hey, at least I changed it up this time.
You did. But I'm gonna see your Bobby Mackey's and raise you Myrtle's Plantation.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't step foot in that place. Screw that.
Oh, I'll go. I'll go solo.
You know what? If you're going, I'll go with you. Screw it.
Well,
I'll go with you.
I do want to offer you guys this, and it's something I offer each one of my guests. if you guys do get to Central PA to try to go to Gettysburg, let me know, because not only will I go with you to Gettysburg, show you around, show you my experiences and places I've seen things, but I've got a couple of hot spots locally that I will take you to.
Nice.
And of course, we'll be live. I mean,
Oh, of course.
so
I'm looking up Greyhound tickets tonight, dude.
well, since Scott's paying for him, Lee, absolutely, what a guy! Isn't that great of him? Yeah, there's a lot coming from. Yeah, there's a lot coming from chat. You guys, you got. There's a lot of different places. Feeling House, in California. JWoww saying, Irene says Vlad's Castle. Absolutely, I'd love to go to Vlad the Impaler, Dracula Castle.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that was up for sale recently. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
No, I haven't.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Sarah saying the Rose Red and Annabelle House. See, I don't know. Like, for me, I kind of don't want to, if I'm going to go somewhere, I kind of want to go somewhere that's not like, I don't know, like not mainstream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody says Bobby Mackey's, the Birdcage, all these different places. They say all these things. Like I've been to Queen Mary. Queen Mary was fun. I've done the Whaley House. Hi. I've got another special guest. Getting a lot of guests tonight. I've been to Eastern State Penitentiary. It was fun. I had a lot of fun at Eastern State, but I don't know. I kind of want to go somewhere. I didn't even click that. That was the cat.
Hi, cat.
That was Gray. If you guys noticed, my hand was right here, and that popped up. That was cool. But no, I don't know. Like, I don't want to go somewhere that's really high end and really like popular.
You stay
I
off.
feel like it becomes more touristy.
We'll put my chips up.
I think it's more touristy, and I think it's a little disrespectful to the ghost.
There's a place, a couple places down here that if you could make it down here, that I would love to take you to.
Well, I would eventually like to get to the point where I can afford to go visit everybody, because I know, Brian, I sent you the invite to our group page now. I'd love to see everybody and meet up with everybody. Honestly, we were talking about, and let's put some pressure, guys. Everybody in the audience, let's get everybody involved with this. I want to set up for next year a joint investigation, if you will, or at least a group meeting of all my guests and all of Scott's guests, and we do one big party investigation. I'm talking we find this location and we have like 13 teams running around. What do you guys think?
We're down.
Heck yeah.
We are down.
Or even like a little convention, or we just a big hangout. Maybe like a big, for our Canadian friends, and you guys know what you guys are good old boys too. You'll understand this. A big old barbecue.
Yes.
USA style.
Oh man, we're getting ribs and steak.
I thought you were going to say we're getting ripped. Salute. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. I think that really would be fun.
Sarah had a really good idea for us Eastern Washington, Northern Idaho folk. Yeah, we're still not talking about it, but I'm gonna blow it out of the water. Sorry, Sarah Russell, I love you. Well, we're talking about getting together like a picnic, like getting together with everybody and just everybody in the paranormal world, around us get together. Oh, okay. Yep. She caught me.
Oops.
I love you, Sarah.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm in trouble. Yep.
And apparently, Scott wants to square dance. I'm down for that.
Yeehaw.
Which that would have.
That one was for our Canadian friends. Always say howdy before you say y'all.
Right? But yeah. Let's see, Irene, we have ribs, steak here. I can take you to a crazy old cemetery. There you go. No,
Yes.
JWoww, you're right. It's a hootenanny. And see, Casey, I agree. I can't do a hoedown either because I won't get back up. Depending on how many I have.
Right.
So believe it or not, gentlemen, we're at over an hour and a half.
Holy crap.
Already.
Wow. Let's pull a marathon, dude.
I am in no. I mean, I have enough beer, but I am in no right state of mind to do that. Oh, it's been, I don't know. I told you guys this, but I haven't told you guys this. I'm working on close to a 16-day straight stretch.
Ooh.
So, yeah. And I closed last night and I opened this morning and I just got my ass handed to me today.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm not going to hit my 3-hour. Yes, that's right, Scott. My 3-hour record. But yeah, this is what we're about. This is all about having fun.
I absolutely love it here. I wish we could do this every week, but people would start getting bored with us.
Yeah. See, this is what happens when you have a sore loser. No.
Oh, come on, Scott.
The only reason, Scott, is because I had to go to the bathroom. Matt need a vacation. Matt does need a vacation. I need another one. Let's see. If we all get together, maybe we could see a backyard brawl between Leefoot and Mr. Fedora.
I knew it would catch on.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it. But yeah, so I think an hour and a half is a fair time, brother. I think we're all right. So, but I will stream my whole work day, and then what will you do? Scott, I still have hours upon hours of World of Warcraft to play, not to mention other games. So don't tempt me.
Speaking of vacation, I'll tell you what, after October's done, I think I'm going to need a paranormal vacation. Because, man, we've got 4 investigations from the 18th until the 28th. We have an investigation on the 1st of October, the 9th of October, and, the 16th, the something else. A double for Halloween.
Well, I'm gonna try to do something for Halloween. So, what I'm kind of thinking is I want to try to get a bunch of you guys together and we just kind of shoot the shit, so to speak. So I want to do something big for Halloween. So I don't know what exactly I'm gonna do, but it's in the works. But all right, brother. Before I let you go, I have to. So Scott said he's going to stream his work day. This is what Jason's saying. Criticize your work ethic. And Scott, the only thing I have to say to that is wheels on the bus.
Oh.
All I have to say. So here's what happened. So Scott made the mistake one day of having my video playing through the speakers on his bus, and he let that knowledge and that information seep out, and he told me about it. So while I was live, I said, and if all the riders on Scott's bus can sing his favorite song, Wheels on the Bus, for him, that would just make his day. And apparently they did.
Nice.
He hates it. He hates it.
Oh.
Anyway, brother, I really appreciate you coming back. It was great to continue our conversation. John, it was great to see you, man. Hopefully we'll get a chance to speak again. I'm always up for a part 3, to be honest with you guys.
You name the place, you name the time, we're here, dude.
But before we go, I do have one other thing that I think you should speak of, because apparently, and a birdie told me this, somebody else is starting a new podcast.
Oh, Scott, you dirty birdie. All right, guys. Scott busted me. I wasn't going to tell nobody yet, Matt.
I blame this.
Yeah, I'm going to be starting up my own podcast. We're going to call it Spokane Haunts. And we're in the process of getting guests. We're going to have Matt on there at least a dozen or 4 times.
I got to fire my manager.
Ooh, firing the manager. Don't know what time yet. It'll probably be sometime after October because I don't like driving in the snow. And we get a lot of snow up here, so I'll probably end up taking the winter off unless it's local.
Dad! Christmas is my birthday!
But hopefully it'll be a 2-hour podcast. And yeah, we're going to try to line up some psychics and other paranormal teams. And it's going to be a good time.
And I'll tell you what, I know my guys will back me up on this, and my audience, my wonderful audience, minus a couple.
You do have a great audience, I must say.
I do, actually. In all seriousness, I do. I everybody that is on these videos, I love them. I love these guys, and we are so close to one of my personal milestones is 300 likes on the page. We are 4 likes away, and only 4. That's it. And here's another thing that's funny. I looked today. I'm at 420 follows. So,
hey, that's a reason to smoke.
There you go. But yeah. So we will definitely have your back, and you definitely have our support. So
we most definitely got yours.
I appreciate it. So, but all right, Brian, John, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was really awesome talking with you guys, and we'll definitely talk to you again.
Awesome, brother.
It was nice meeting you.
You guys as well, definitely.
Uh-oh, we're being photobombed.
We got another co-host.
Hey, look at the camera, turd. There's about 1 million people looking at your face right now.
So you guys have yourselves a great night. Seriously.
You too, man.
We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Take care.
See ya. All right, guys. That was Brian and John from Spokane Ghost Crew. Seriously, look up their page. They have a really great Facebook page. A lot of information, a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. Amazing guys. And honestly, with this revamp that he's doing, I'm excited to see where he takes this, because they're like I said, they're a great group. They're a great group, a lot of fun. Obviously, they fit in well with this chaos that we call my show. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys for joining me tonight. Please, again, hit the share, like, all that good stuff. Let's just do what that says and do what my manager Scott said. You know, if you guys like these videos, please share, please like, and please find me on YouTube and all my other social media sites on ghostlyconsultant.com. you can find me and give me a like and a share on each and every one of them. Show me some love. Just to let me know that you guys appreciate this and you like seeing these videos, because the more I do, the more you guys show me support, the more you share, the more we'll go out, we'll do some more things like Gettysburg, a couple other places. So yeah, that's all I ask. But don't forget, guys, next week, 9 p.m., I will be doing a special video with Doug and Christy from Paratime. Yes, Christy, if you're still watching, I'm throwing you in on this one. But we're doing a very special video, which I'm just going to entitle You're Not Alone. It's a mental health awareness video that we're going to chat about and talk about. It is a very serious thing that needs to be discussed. So we will be talking about that next week, next Friday. As far as the rest of the week, I might do something Wednesday. I don't know, but be on the lookout. But I hope you guys had fun tonight. If you did, again, hit that like button, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys next week. Have yourselves a great rest of your week. Have fun. Stay safe. And as always, guys, happy hauntings.